And here we are back again for another pretty good trade recap. In this video, I'm going to be going over today's trade, which I took, that ended up netting me a total profit of $2,386. Now, before I get into the analysis and the executions, this trade was supposed to be a 10R trade. I never enter 10R trades. I never enter at the top of the range looking for sells without any confirmation, but I did today. It started off well, it ended up pretty shit, but let's just get into it. So, as you can see, 10R trade, by the way. Do I ever do this? No, I do not. I didn't wait for confirmation. I didn't wait for this inverse for value gap. I didn't wait for that break of structure. I just saw what I wanted to see and I entered the trade with pure confidence and conviction to why price was going to return all the way down to this point. Now, having seen that price has now reached this point, unfortunately I couldn't capitalize on that. I just want to remind you people, in these market conditions, they're completely fucking shit. This is a pure example of that. Am I saying this out of emotion? Am I saying this because my trade didn't work out? No, I am not. I'm saying this because this is just evidence as to why my trade didn't play out. We're in shitty conditions. Trump is speaking. The markets are chopping around. The aim of the game in markets like this are just to take your piece of the pie and get off the charts. And that's almost what I did today. But regardless, let's just get straight into the analysis. Let's get straight into why I entered the trade and how I entered it at such a primal point. And I am going to do this with as little emotion as possible because, as you can see, boys, if you have the opportunity to be up 3%, if you have the opportunity to be up 6% on two different 50K accounts, would you be pretty pissed? Yes, you would. So, there's no rage room around. I can't use that. Well, I'm not going to rage anyway. I'm not a bitch, but anyway. If we head over to the 4-hour chart, we can see that from this week's early days on Monday, Trump spoke. After Trump spoke, price rose to buy side liquidity like a complete fucking maniac. It rose like 880 points within 3 minutes. I've seen way more within less than 1 minute, but that is not the point. This week, my bias was to be bullish as long as price closed above this significant level. As you can see on Monday, we failed to do that and retraced to the downside. Starting off today, we're going to be drawing out our key draws on liquidity. They were previous day high, London session low, Asia session low, and the opening gap range. What does this chart kind of tell you? This chart tells you we've got conflicting biases. We've got a daily candle high resting above, but we've also got internal sell side liquidity resting below. If you know me, I love shorting the market. I've said it multiple times, but I just prefer shorting the market to longing it. Don't ask me why, I just do. But hitting it off again, if we go back to the 4-hour chart, what can we see from Monday's price action? Monday's price action failed to break through a very key level, which would show signs of bullish price action. If we go to the hourly or the 15-minute time frame even, what can we see in this top part of the range here? We can see that price is failing to break higher. It is failing to burn through all of the sell stops and go higher and take out this previous day high. Starting off the morning, pre to New York opening, we had an S&T in play with London high. Shortly after London high got taken, we were still holding the S&T. So, upon 5 minutes before New York session opened, what can we see on the chart? We can see on the high time frames, as I showed, on the 4-hour, we are failing to close above key levels, showing us that we have not got any bullish momentum in the markets. If we go to the 15-minute today, we have got an S&T holding with previous day high, i.e. a daily S&T. We have got huge amounts of buy-side liquidity stacked in this area. and we are still failing to take it. So if we want to align our high time frames with our low time frames, we can see on the high time frames, price is rejecting going higher. What can we expect on the low time frames? Price is going to reject going higher, and that is exactly what happened today. Just before I get into the complicated part of it, because I've got through quite a bit of it already, if you can see on the chart that the opening gap range and both session lows are all in the same direction, today being bearish. We had to be bearish to fill the opening gap range and take out this sell side liquidity. If you see that on the chart, just know it is an absolute insane opportunity in the market. So regardless, having a daily S&T put in and bearish structure being respected, if we want to be bearish in the markets, we want to see markets climb higher. If we want to sell, we have to see people buy first. That is exactly what happens. Understanding that there is a horrendous amount of buy side liquidity up here, being a previous day high and this significant high, you would expect price to go up. But this is where people are getting manipulated. People are thinking price isn't going to go down because it has failed to go down so many times that now it has the opportunity to go up. They're completely wrong, and that is how I capitalized on today. I just want to say, this Express account that I'm on right now is fresh. As you can see, I'm up 1.2K. I've only taken 2 trades today, and that is the account, like, fresh. I ended up buying these candles, which passed me the evaluation, and I was thinking about selling the markets right here. Just understand, people, price is targeting where the most orders on the chart are. If we are disrespecting going higher at this point, you have to understand that for price to go down here, people have to sell the market here. For price to go down here, people have to sell the market here. For price to go down here, people have to sell the market here. I was planning on entering this trade right here. As soon as I see that the markets have pulled to the upside and swept this level, I can understand. I'm not a complete donut. I understand that I think how other traders think. I catch a lot of the same trades as PB Blake and PB Patty. I catch a lot of the same trades that TGR and Justin Wheeling take. We all kind of trade the same way. So I understand that there's going to be more people in the world who are taking that exact setup. So you can say it's OTE of the range. You can say it's seek and destroy. Whatever the case, there's a 1 minute for value gap resting here where I would have entered the markets originally and moved my stop loss to break even. So as soon as I see that this 1 minute for value gap gets respected, I'm hopping down to the 30-second time frame. I can see that price has closed above the 1 minute. It has failed to break lower. It has come up again, manipulated internally. I enter the market here, stop loss at the recent high, targeting originally 9:30 open as a partials place, this significant low as a partials place, and full take profit being Asia low. Unfortunately, as we have already explained, price did not play out in my favor. I unfortunately got caught out not taking partials at this low because I was so convictionalized that price was going to continue to the downside, and all that that meant was I would accept the fact that this trade might not work out. That might not have been extremely easy to understand. Let me just rephrase that. If price on the 5 minute is closing with force, if we're inversing this 5 minute for value gap, if we're closing below this low, if we're closing below this low, if price is doing all of that in the charts, why on earth would I sacrifice me taking 5 partials off at this low instead of just leaving my full take profits that low? Exactly. It just makes sense to leave full take profit at these lows. I did exactly that. I kind of got screwed for it, but at the same time, we're going to end off by just saying we're grateful. I am grateful that I capitalized on today. Whether it hit full take profit or not, I still secured my piece of the pie. So hopefully that was a good trade recap. I think it was. Not to glaze myself, I genuinely think it was. I got my points out. I said my conviction. I said why I thought this and that. If this made sense to you and has helped you in any way, please comment down below. But regardless, thank you for watching this video. I will be going and working in London for the next 2 days, so I don't know if I'll be able to film trade recaps, but if I do, then you guys will definitely see. So thank you for watching the video, and I will see you maybe tomorrow.